And we are live with session 62 of our Drowned Gods campaign. And I have been informed there are no Akalupu notes today, so we'll get started. Everyone, please reset your hero point pools to 1. And who would like to give the recap for an extra hero point?
If no one's gonna do it,
I feel like I could do it.
All right, go for it. So last time started off with you guys having traveled already through the swamp, and sometime a bit before midday, you were on a hill overlooking the village.
Yes, so we walked into the village for sure, and we immediately... Huh?
I'm just kidding. I said we definitely did that.
Yes. 1,000,000%. Then we went right for the ponies part of town, and immediately checked the lab, where mysteriously no one was present. We checked some stuff out using the machinery. Burn Bright helped, machinate that.
Yeah, you found out that your new talisman is almost as hard as diamonds.
Almost. Missed it by that much. It's not the hardest thing that we...
Yeah.
And so then we set out to find the ponies. And where did we find them? We found them in the other tower.
Yeah, because you and Burn Bright went over to the lab, but while you guys were over there, Manawa Nui and Junior went to the other tower immediately, and
right, you guys got a head start. You guys got a head start. You guys were chatting and catching them up about our escapades and run-in with the Great Mother, and... When did I barged in on the conversation like 3/4 of the way?
Yeah.
But you guys had already established that we needed to go to the shrine in the sky. Is that right?
The shrine in the sky?
Well, we were gonna take an aerial approach to the shrine.
We had talked about her sending you to the Isle of Ice and Fire.
The Isle of Ice and Fire, yes. What prompted the airship?
So you guys were talking about the Great Mother and how to contact her, because the other unicorns had been trying to figure out how to predict when the Great Mother would touch down like she did.
Right,
at that
they
tower.
were mapping out the path.
And you said that you should just take a stone ship into the sky and find her, and then that eventually turned into just flying normally, not into outer space. And then Burn Bright and Sunbeam were like, well, what about the thing? Everyone was like, well, what's the thing? And then they talked about this idea they've had for an airship. That's how you got there.
The thing. So it wasn't quite a rocket ship, but it is more like a skyboat. Well, more like a Zeppelin.
Or a dirigible.
Good
times, bad times, and all I've had. Sorry.
And so, yeah, that was when we decided, well, we didn't, because we didn't really know about this, but the unicorns told us about this creature. I'm blanking on the name.
A bullet.
Bullet, of course. I knew it was like a regular object.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird name.
Which are like giant armadillo type armored reptiles? Are they reptiles? Are they
unclear
mammals? Monsters?
Definitely
They're
monsters. Definitely monsters.
And they can make themselves not lighter than air, but very much lighter than they normally are, while maintaining their strength.
Yeah, they're able to float and leap large distances that should not be possible given their bulk.
Yeah, so the plan is to kill and scientifically experiment on one of these monsters to build our dirigible. So we spent a few days making plans, setting traps, experimenting with ideas. We eventually landed on the Skynet approach, which would be dropping a weighted net atop the monster while I calmed it from a blind on top of the canyon. And the rest of us, and then me included, but everyone else goes in an all-out attack while it's calm and trapped. And I believe we cut out right as the bullet appeared.
Yes. The only thing you left out was Manawanui took another crack at that book.
Right. I don't remember what happened with it, actually. Manawanui, do you want to explain?
From what I can remember, it was a very interesting thing because every time I would try, I would find that I'd almost forget things right after I read them. But after enough reading, rereading of the same passages, I could kind of retain it, except for this one nameless name. Regardless of how many times I read it, I could not ever recall what that name was.
Even when you're actively trying to read it, it was like you can see it, but you can't comprehend it. Yes. Despite comprehend languages theoretically allowing you to read anything.
Theoretically speaking.
I bet it's your name.
Who knows? But yeah, you've taken to calling it the Unnameable.
Yes.
Or feel free to make up anything you want instead of the Unnameable, but
I mean, Unnameable is pretty sick.
And then I think the other thing you didn't mention that is apropos is that you have collected a pile of monkeys and their...
That's right. I can reanimate them.
Their hearts. I
reanimated the heart, to be specific.
Yes, you're able
to...
Oh
my god, I forgot. Gross.
Yeah, you're able to reanimate that heart and cause it to start beating again, but it did leave you drained to do so.
Yes. Very, very drained.
But you have the pile of hearts also because you've had Gur collecting these monkeys, and you have not asked him to rip the hearts out. That was his idea. But you've collected a pile of monkeys to act as bait for the bullet. And you dammed up the river down here, causing it to back up and create this muddy area here, which Gur is hiding in by flopping down on his back, rolling over onto his stomach, and now you can't see him because he's just covered in mud. Akalupu, you are at the top of a 30-foot cliff. It's going to take some doing to get down there to fight. Are you sure that's where you want to start, or would you like to join Gur in the mud?
Akalupu's going to join Gur in the mud.
Okay, because it's going to take you like a minimum of 2 turns just to get to the bullet from where you are right now. I'm sure you do it the other way, though, so that you can still breathe. You flop onto your face, roll over, and now you're on your back.
Yes.
Gur, on the other hand, doesn't have to worry about that.
Such petty things.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that more or less catches us up. So yeah. So you see this bullet come bounding down the canyon. You've seen a few over the days that you've been setting up the traps, and every bit as impressive as what you'd heard. These enormous creatures somehow are able to just fling themselves through the air as if they weighed nothing and go in these leaps that take them hundreds of feet at a time. You can imagine why chasing them down is such a difficult task. And this one, like any of the others, comes just shooting down the canyon in these huge leaps and bounds. Before, let's give it a perception check. Speaking of which, I should add it to the stage. Let's see. Go. So he's now on the stage. And whew, he's got quite the perception bonus, I must say. Yeah, 24. And that was with rolling an 8. All right. Let's get stealth checks from everyone. I know that Burnbright and Ip are in blinds. Gur and Junior are covered in mud. Manawanui, what are you up to? Are you just standing there staring at it?
Manawanui's doing a acrobatics. No, I'm kidding. Manawanui
You're doing the rain dance, kind of like, running in a circle and yelling at the top of your lungs?
Yes, 100%. No, Manawanui is skulking behind some bushes.
All right.
And Ip crit failed, so I think I'm actually gonna hero report that roll.
Oh, good lord. 23.
15.
Okay. Did you already roll, Junior?
Yes. I got a 17. Or 18. 18.
Then...
I rolled 17, but I have a +1, so,
Hey, I mean, that's why you're covered in mud. Okay. And Burnbright also got a 15. So luckily, the blind and the mud made your rolls pretty easily. The bushes are pretty good cover, but not as good as the others. But Mononui also rolled really well, so works out. It did not spot any of you. But it did definitely spot the meat. So it's going to come over here and kind of clomp down into the mud. And you see that as it kind of like bounds over and it steps into the mud. And at first it like touches down very lightly. But then shortly after getting all 4 feet on the ground, it looks like as if it suddenly got heavier and you see it sink deeper. After it settled into the ground, almost as if it was taking on its full true weight. But it starts nosing into the meat. So, Burnbright and Ip, I believe the plan was that the two of us are going to fire a net over top of the creature using our crossbows.
Well, I think you're going to try and make it docile first, right?
Yeah,
you were gonna
first I'm going to calm emotions
first,
so it doesn't react. Yeah.
All right, let's give that a shot.
DC 21 will save.
All right. That's will save could be worse. So at least you have that. It did fail, actually. Despite the fact that it had to roll a 2 to fail.
Wow.
Or no, a 4. It rolled a 4. But it did roll a 4, so it failed.
Nice.
Okay, any emotion that would affect the creature are suppressed, and the creature can't use hostile actions. If the target is subject to hostility from any other creature, it ceases to be effective.
There you go. Alright, so it seems to calm down. It no longer is like looking around as suspiciously as it was before. And it starts to, chomp up these monkeys one tiny little snack-sized bite at a time.
Eat that meat, boy.
Okay, and then we should go for plan net.
All right. So
and the net is the signal.
Okay, so you're just firing those with your crossbows?
Yeah. Is that just an attack roll?
Yep.
How big is this net again?
Big enough.
Okay.
29?
Nice. And 26 from Burn Bright. So you sling the net over top of the creature. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a hostile action, but it is going to...
I thought we decided that inflicting harm was what the definition of hostility was in this case.
The definition of hostility is whatever I decide it is.
No.
And I'm not saying that just to be annoying. That's legitimately how the rules are interpreted.
That's not what I want to hear.
And so it's anything that my definition is going to be anything that directly or indirectly targets the creature in a way that is like harmful to it. And being tangled in a net actually is kind of harmful to it, to be honest.
Sad.
But it isn't immediately going to be hostile. It's not until like it got tangled enough it would be a problem for it that it's going to care, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So you do have a couple of rounds. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and...
Well, it just needs to last until we attack it anyway.
Yeah, once you attack, it's going to immediately lose that regardless. So... is anyone using anything other than perception? Burn Bright is going to use stealth.
Let me see.
Lupu is definitely using perception.
Would survival
Perception.
be applicable?
Yes, you could use survival in this case.
I'm using survival. Unless Boneyard Lore is also applicable. I'm just kidding.
Nope. Boneyard Lore is never applicable to a initiative roll, unfortunately.
Unless we're fighting skeletons.
Nope, even then.
We are currently skeletons ourselves
Nope,
because...
not even then. The options are survival, deception, diplomacy, perception, and stealth. Those are the only choices.
I shall use survival.
All right. And Ip, you're just using perception, so we are good to start. And Ip, you are first up.
Lucky me.
So beforehand, before this fight, you guys would have kind of like sat around, talked about strategy a little bit. And Burn Bright would have told you what he knew about bullets. Not that he's like a specialist in bullets, but you know, he talked to the unicorn moms beforehand. And bullets are extremely tanky. They have a lot of health, and also they have very thick armor, so expect it to be difficult to get hits through to actually do damage. He told you all that bullets have been noted to have preferences when it comes to their favorite foods. And so you have to hope that you are not their preferred food, or they go especially hard on trying to eat you. That's actually why they've had to take out bullets in the past, is ones that have problematic preferences, such as, you know, humans and that sort of thing. And that they are also, as you've already noted just from what I was describing earlier, the way these guys can leap around, they are extremely powerful jumpers. They also seem to be able to sense targets even when they can't see them. The assumption is that they do this through sense, so smell. And then they also are able to see in darkness. So anything short of magical darkness is ineffective on blocking their vision.
That's a lot going against us here.
We can get him. We can take him. I believe it.
So I am actually going to wait. I'm going to pass my turn. I want to wait until after Manawa
Alright.
and Akalupu. Actually, I want to wait until after Akalupu, starts things off.
So you're going to defer?
Yeah.
Alright. Burn Bright will follow your lead and defer also. So the bullet is just going to enjoy a little nibble. So he slurps up another one of those monkeys. So far, somewhat unconcerned, though he is starting to get entangled in the ropes as he moves around. But he does not seem to realize the danger that he is in yet. Manawa Nui.
Quick question. Doesn't Gur go before me?
Gur goes on Burn Bright's turn.
Oh, because he's like Reginald, kind of, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Well.
So my thought is, if you can reach Akalupu, you for
I'm sorry. You kind of went out. If I
Start us
can reach...
off.
Wait. If I can reach Akalupu, then what?
If you could buff him. Do you have any buff spells?
Mine
Kind
was
of
like,
Sammy's
help
thing.
other
If
people?
I'm being honest.
You don't have any like blood sacrifice in strength type deal?
Let me look real quick. I could give him a disguise. I could make him look like mud. I could make him big. Oh, I've got false life, but I think we've already talked about that, and that only applies to me. Is that correct? Yes.
I think that's what we figured out.
If my stats and information would ever load.
And Junior, it looks like your Aeon Stone needs to be refilled.
I could make him tiny. What did Sammy always use? He always used something pretty cool.
Sammy used Magic Fang, but that doesn't actually work much with Junior because Junior uses a weapon, not a bite attack.
This is true. Okay, I'm just gonna reload.
Because we've had enough of a rest, right, since our last.
Yeah, it's
Attack.
been like 3 days, so you guys are full health, full stamina. You've had like 3 long rests.
Cool.
Okay, cast Somatic Verbal. You create a reservoir of vitality from necromantic energy, gaining a number of temporary hit points equal to 6 plus your spellcasting modifier. Is that just for me?
Does it say anything on the target?
It does not.
Alright, then yeah, I would assume the fact that it says you gain means that it's
Yeah,
a target
that was-
itself.
That was my thought as well.
And I don't have, let's see, the poisoned effects anymore, right? I don't have enfeebled and clumsy.
Correct. You have saved all of that. I think you've got over that before you even left the tower.
Right. I'm sure that hasn't affected my rolls at all.
All right.
No,
Well-
that definitely has.
I know.
If I transfer a spell, can I still prepare another spell, or is transferring a spell cost the 2 actions?
Yes, transferring a spell over to Reginald costs you 2 actions, so you cannot transfer a spell and then cast a second one.
Okay. Well, then I am going to cast. I'm not going to cast. I'm going to prepare Lightning Bolt from. The conditions are going to be like when combat starts. So when Akalupu attacks. So I figure we
Can
probably.
Can I ask a just a quick question?
Yeah.
Is the mud conductive?
Da, da, da.
Mud is not conductive. Ground type is good against lightning.
I trust the engineer.
Let's see. Mud is a bad conductor.
There we go.
Okay,
I didn't think about that until you said that.
And thus resists the flow of heat and energy through it, hence making it suitable to live in it.
Pokemon is a great scientific tutor.
Okay, I'm going to prepare a spell. Can I prepare 2 actions or just 1?
You can only prepare 1 action. So if you prepare an action here, you're going to lose, if you use a spell, which is a 2 action, then you're going to lose your 3rd action. Or you can hold your turn, which means that you're going to permanently move yourself in the initiative order, but you will get to use all 3 actions on your turn.
No, I'll just prepare lightning bolt for when stuff starts going down.
All right,
When
you
things start
have
turning hostile.
readied in action. Akalupu, you are up. And your action was when the bullet becomes hot, when combat starts. So essentially, when Akalupu attacks, you're going to fire your spell.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Am I close enough to hit him?
You indeed are, because you have reach on your weapon. Though I think if you're prone, you are, like you have a -2 to your attack. So if you don't want that, you're gonna want to stand up first.
Okay, so take 1 action to stand up.
Yeah, and you can move closer to it with that 1 action if you want to.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably do that. So I'll stand up and move to like here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use another action to enter raging. And that leaves me 1 action for attacking. All right, 17.
All right, that does not hit. So you kind of plink off of its armor, and thankfully, because it's calmed, it doesn't even seem to notice.
Yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh, Lord. You have a plus 15?
I have a plus 14.
Dang.
Yeah, no fun. All right. What is the end of your turn? Ip, would you like to take your turn or continue holding off until next round?
Let's see. I'm reading through my spell list one more time to refresh to see if there's any like crazy stuff I want to try.
Can you buff Akaluku?
Not from this far away.
Ah. Or from a holy hand grenade.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so I'm actually gonna begin casting
Yeah.
Inner Radiance Torrent.
That's not what.
And I'm gonna hold it until next round. Because if I choose to spend another 3 actions next turn, then I do double damage.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna charge. My Pokemon reference this time is Solar Beam. I'm gonna start casting Solar Beam. I'm gonna absorb sunlight.
Nice.
All right.
That's
that
actually what
is-
I'm doing. I'm gradually manifesting my spiritual energy.
Exactly. All right, so that is your turn. Burn Bright is going to continue to hold his action. Mono Anui's action was not triggered. Or do you consider the attack plinking off of his armor as Mono Anui starting the attack?
Nah, I mean, since it didn't, go all beast mode.
All right.
I'll wait for it to, for Oculus to actually do, some damage that would attract notice. Is it my turn again?
No. Let's see. Do I have
I think
to?
it's Burn Bright's turn.
Do I have to actually say everyone? Because it won't let me do next round. Do I have to say that you used it?
Ready me?
How can I say next round? Oop. Done defer. Now can I say next round? Yes. Okay, now it's the next round. All right, so now that everyone has thoroughly messed up their initiative throughout that, the bullet is now first. And he continues to eat a couple more monkeys. Burn Bright is going to once again defer. So Mono One Nui.
Gosh, dang it, Akko.
Don't blame me for this.
It's okay. Okay. Let's see. What is the range on this thing?
Blame the dice.
Yeah, and the bullet is continuing to get more tangled as it moves around, so it's probably gonna start getting suspicious pretty soon.
What exactly is going on here, guys? Well, what I'm gonna do is gosh dang it, I have a feeling that I'm gonna do this and then Akalupu's gonna need help and bad things are gonna happen. Alright, I'm gonna transfer a spell to Reginald. Transfer Vampiric Touch. And then good old Reggie is going to, he's got a movement of 25 feet. So that's gets him to about here with giving him an action left, correct?
No, Reginald has 2 actions.
Oh, poor fellow. Alright. Reginald is going to fly to here. And then I'm going to use my last action to prepare my crossbow to fire my hand crossbow when things get real at the thingy.
All right. Akalupu, you are back up.
Significantly less damage than that lightning bolt.
All right. Well, now I can just attack. So,
if you want, you could hold.
You could. He's not wrong.
oh my good gravy! All right, so I rolled a 2, so I got 16, so that misses.
Yep.
Then I got a 15, which misses.
Baby, do you want to roll your physical dice? Because that's
And I got a 7 that misses. All right, how in the world did I just roll let's see, it was a 2, and then a 6, and then a 3.
I'm just going to leave your dice right here.
Hey,
Good gravy.
sometimes it happens. I've had that happen before and recently.
The dice do not want this attack to start.
Yeah, so you slip in the mud, you miss your first attack entirely, you get up, you swing the next one, you're raging, so you're not even really taking your time properly. Your eyes are full of mud, so your next one just goes wide and you fall over into the mud again. You get back up and you run what you think is straight at it and end up tripping over its claw and missing your third attack.
Good grief.
So yeah, it does not go great for you. All right, Ip.
All right. I yell to Burn Bright. Watch out,
You
get
yell?
back! I yell.
Okay.
It's consuming me! And I release my inner radiance torrent in a line. 120 feet long.
Nice. Is that a reflex save?
Let's see. It is a yes.
All right. What is the DC on the save?
21.
Oh, oh, never mind.
Actually,
That's its fort save. It could fail this. It does not. 28.
Like,
So success, the creature takes half damage.
Good thing you saved. You did
And-
that extra round, so now it's taking full damage of if you'd shot last turn.
Yes, sort of. So now it takes 8d4 damage.
oh wow! I mean, that's pretty significant.
Well, divided by 2.
Mhm.
8d4. Can I do divided by 2?
Did that work?
8.5 damage.
Yeah, I think that did work, and it always rounds down, so 8 damage.
That's a
Sad.
little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was super hyped up. I was like, oh man, 8d4.
It's consuming me for 8 damage.
And now I'm in a shining state for 1 minute, causing me to glow with light.
Yeah, you definitely just like blasted the front and top off of both of your blinds, so
Yeah,
you know, no more cover from those.
No, that's true.
As a quick question, does that trigger my pew?
Did you say it was when Akalupu attacked or when just fighting started?
It was just when like the theme became hostile.
Then yes, that would trigger it.
Okay, so my crossbow fires for 23. Does the 23 hit?
That does not hit.
Dang it.
All right, so you see that it is now has noticed that it's being attacked, and starts to growl and turns in the direction of the beam of light that just got shot at it. And so you take a shot at its face, and it just plinks harmlessly off of its thick armor.
Bad day.
Yep.
Oh
That
no,
is-
this is going badly.
That is it for your turn. It for Ip's turn. Burn Bright is now going to take his turn because it is clear that now is the time. So he is going to take 2 shots with his repeating crossbow. 26 and a 25, both of which hit. For a total of, not bad, 22 damage.
Let's
Somebody
go.
Go burn bright.
All right, so he fires off a couple of shots. The creature is starting to growl in your direction, and he fires them off straight down the creature's throat, hitting its weak insides. Yeah, shooting its squishy little tongue or something. And then he is going to use his last action to give, let's see, where is it? Is it Expert Overdrive? Yeah, he's going to use Expert Overdrive on Gur. So Gur now gets 3 actions instead of 2. I do need to roll to see if he malfunctions.
Oh no.
Alright, 17. So that is a... what is his bonus? Where is it? Okay, so yeah, with the bonus, that is a success. So, Gur does not explode. Goes into overdrive, adding power attacks. And then additional damage is equal to half of Burn Bright's intelligence modifier. Is pretty decent. I really should not have picked an inventor to be like the character that I run because they're kind of complicated. Alright, where do I give? I know I give Gur a bonus somewhere. Where do I assign that? I was on Burn Bright's character sheet. Alright, I'll have to just do it manually. Okay, can't use overdrive for 1 minute. Cool. And Burn Bright's intelligence bonus is this is intelligence. +4. Alright, so he gets a +2. Sweet. So Gur is gonna use 1 action to go over. And then 2 actions to attack. He's gonna go for headbutts because they do more damage.
Oh jeez.
He has a miss and a hit for, oh wow, that's actually pretty good. +2, so 19 damage.
He always knew he had a hard head.
Right? Alright, so that is Burn Bright's turn. Bringing us to the next round. So the bullet is up and it is now angry. So I need everyone to roll a 1d20 for me.
That doesn't sound like something I want.
I whip out a Snickers bar.
You got you here hungry, buddy.
You know, if you could convince him that's his favored prey, that actually might help you out.
Yeah, that's 6.
12.
Is it? Oh wait,
4.
it's up there.
I got a 6. If you could hear it between the hacks. Oh, good lord.
Abe, such a hack.
Alright, sadly, with a roll of 6, you have lost out, Monoanui.
Can I do a hero point? Is it too late?
No, it is not too late. You can reroll if you want to use your hero point for that.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die.
Do you need some water?
I have water. I'm trying to drink. Oh, dang it. I got a 10. I was feeling it's not better.
All right, so you are still the lowest roller. So unfortunately, this bullet has a taste for elves.
Lame.
Come
on, buddy.
So
you don't want me.
Is going to try an athletics check to see if it can jump despite being entangled in these ropes. It has a +21 to athletics, so decent chance of this working.
That was nice knowing you, Mono.
34. So it is going to be able to jump, but only at half of its normal distance.
I have a feeling that's still a long way.
And like those spectators, it's like, oh no, it can only run 90 feet instead of 180.
Right. Not terribly far off. So it is going to be able to get to here.
He doesn't even know I exist.
Yes, it can smell
Yeah,
you.
he did. You shot at him.
But it wasn't an effective shot. It was just a little Twinkie.
Yeah, but you A, shot at him, and B, he can smell you.
But I put
Actually,
on
what is the range on his scent? 30 feet. So he couldn't smell you, but he can now.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
He can
And
definitely hear you coughing.
that's also true.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
And as part of jumping, let's see, it can make a claw strike against the enemy at that moment. If the bullet jumps at least 5 feet vertically or at least 20 feet horizontally, it can attempt 2 claw strikes instead of 1. The bullet's multiple attack penalty doesn't increase until it has made all the claw strikes that are part of its leaping charge. All right, so luckily it wasn't making its big full-size jumps, so it's not going to be able to get 2 claw strikes off on you, but it is going to make a claw strike against Akalupu as part of his little jump here. So does a 24 hit?
Let me see. Yes.
All right. You take 20 points of damage, where as it's jumping over you, it just swipes at you through the air, and its claws dig into you, hopefully giving you the kick in the butt you need to stop just whiffing every attack.
Right.
Did you say 20?
Yep, 20 damage.
Oh.
Mono is looking at his health pool being like, I have less than 40 hit points if you include stamina points.
Yes, that is 100% correct.
And this thing has caught your scent now. He thinks that you smell delicious, and he very much would like to eat you.
I would not.
All right, that is his turn. Mono Anui, you are up. You are luckily, still up a 30-foot cliff from it, but you just saw it jump like 40 feet through the air.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I just saw it like freaking do some okay. So I have 3 actions and then Reginald has 2.
Correct.
Okay. Well, what I shall do is run like a little guy.
I will turn myself invisible and I will run away.
Well, I actually have a shrink spell. I'm not gonna lie, I heavily considered shrinking.
And then just like crawling in a hole and hoping it can't dig you out.
Just like burrowing into the ground.
Like a meerkat.
Yes, exactly.
You just like, you pop out of the cliff and you're like, I sniffed what I should have scurried. Or no, I flinched what I should have scurried.
That's right. What am I gonna do? So part of me wants to cast my spell and then run. And another part of me is like, no, I should just run. And I don't know which one is the better option.
That is a hard choice, because if you cast a spell, that's 2 actions, leaving you 1 action to run.
Exactly.
He will always be able to catch you.
See, that's kind of my thought as well. And like, I'm kind of at the edge of the map here.
I mean, I can make this map bigger if you need more space.
Yeah, but where are you going?
Yeah, I kind of agree with the glowing one.
I shine bright. Must listen to what I say.
Alright,
Like a diamond?
am going
Like a diamond. It's ironic because I'm not Burn Bright.
Right? But you never felt more kinship with Burn Bright than in this moment.
Now, as a quick question, Reginald has my other spell, so I can't use the one that he has, correct?
If you transferred the spell, that is considered using that spell, so you need to expend that as if you had already cast it.
Sweet. Okay. I had a feeling that was the case. I am going to cast Lightning Bolt. Good old Lightning Bolt. It just says roll for damage.
Yeah, because it's a line spell, so if you look, there is a save associated. I would assume a reflex save.
Oh, yeah, it's DC 21.
All right, so the bullet will try to make a reflex save, and then that's going to determine the damage. 33, and you said the DC was 21?
Is that a crit?
That is a critical success for him.
It takes no damage. And then
Badge.
Mano Anui is going to... Let's see, we're going to run in a 30-foot line.
Now keep in mind, if it chases you up the cliff, away from the range of crossbows and Akalupu, you're going to be alone with a bullet
Right, I think
that thinks you look delicious.
No. I'm just slow.
You could jump down and like try to ride on top of him, hope he can't reach you while you're like hidden behind his like armor plates.
You know what? We're gonna do that actually. The best way, you know, to what's the word I'm looking for? The best defense is a good offense, and that has served Mano Anui notoriously well. So Mano Anui is going to attempt to jump over onto the back where its head can't, you know, come up and its head and claws specifically can't get me.
Yeah, because it cannot. It definitely can't reach above its head with those stubby little legs.
I imagine that would be an athletics or...
That would, in fact, be athletics.
Oh, baby. I never needed a better roll in my life. Need to wake up, Hadassah, and like, roll on the dice, child.
So first roll for the jump.
Okay. 14 plus 7 is 21. No. Yes. 21. 21?
Okay, so you are able to jump off the cliff, and you're pretty well aimed to land on top of its back. Now give me another athletics check for the landing and trying to grab on.
Oh boy, don't fail me now.
Still glad you used that hero point on trying to not be its favorite food.
Not really. I mean, kind of, but not really. 7. Well, see, here's the thing. If I wasn't its favorite food, then I wouldn't be in this situation. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25.
All right, so you jump, and you manage to actually... Let me send you to the front so we can actually see you. There we go. All right, so you manage to jump, and you do actually land on top of one of the crests along its back behind the plate where its head is. And you are now gripping on for dear life. You are very much prone, and you would have fallen 20 feet. You negated 5 of that with your roll. Another 5 is free. So I think you take 2d6 damage, if I remember correctly. Let's see, what is Pathfinder? Second edition fall damage. Just make sure I'm not giving you extra damage unfairly. Let's see. You fall more than 5 feet to take bludgeoning damage equal to half the distance. Okay, so you don't roll. That was the old Pathfinder first edition. When you land, you reduced it by another 5 by your good roll. So you will have taken 10 feet of actual falling damage, which is half of that is 5. So you take 5 points of damage as you smash into this creature's exoskeleton.
I'll take it.
Yeah, better than the 20 Akalupu took as he was like casually jumped over.
100,000%.
All right. So I'd imagine now you would like Reginald to use his spell.
I would now like
Or
Reginald
would you like
use...
to do that before you jumped onto this thing?
I'll do that before I jump onto it.
Or no, it's just Vampiric Touch. I thought it was Shocking Grasp, so actually it doesn't matter.
No. I'll have him use it now.
Okay.
DC of 21.
Fortitude save, I would assume. The DC of spells
fortitude
is based off of your mastery level and your spellcasting modifier, which I believe is Wisdom for Witch.
Dang, why can't I be more wise?
I think your Wisdom
21.
is pretty good, isn't it?
It's +3.
You should have had a
Everybody
pretty
should
good
have it.
Wisdom. Oh, maybe it's Intelligence for Witch then. Whatever.
My
I'm pretty sure we set your highest stat to be the one that is your spellcasting stat, so
Well,
that's
that would
probably
make
Intelligence then.
Yes. Yes.
Alright, so anyway.
I didn't know you can be so smart and yet so dumb.
So
Wow.
so this the spell save DC was 21, is that what you said?
Yes.
Fortitude save?
Basic fortitude, yes.
Alright. Basic fortitude?
I don't know. It says DC 21 basic fortitude.
Okay. Forget it's basic fortitude. Because most of the basic rolls mean that you don't add anything to it. But then it wouldn't be a fortitude save, it would just be a basic save. What is a basic fortitude save?
DC, it says saving throw, DC 21 basic fortitude.
Let's see. Other saving throw. The basics part refers to the effects for a
It
basic
can't
save.
be a DC 21 with no modifier, because then you could never.
Yeah,
it.
that's exactly why it's confusing. All right, so for a basic save, you'll attempt the check to determine whether you critically succeed, fail, or critically fail like you would any other saving throw. Then one of the following outcomes applies based. So it's literally just a normal saving throw.
Okay.
So why is it? Why does it even have a special name? I don't get it.
Why is it called basic? Why is it not just called the thing?
Just call it a fortitude save. I'm just rolling fortitude. Why is there a special name for it? I'm sure there's some reason. All right, it rolled. It has a +20 on fortitude, so it would have had to roll a 1, which it did not, so it saved. It got a 32, so I think that's a critical save as well.
Freaking target! Yes, that is a crit. That critical success. It takes no damage.
All right, so this thing just like Reginald comes up and tries to dig its claws in to deliver the spell, but it like slightly dirties a patch of its armor, which like has a bit of dandruff, but that's it.
That would have been 6d6. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. No, this thing is pretty tough.
Boy.
Honestly,
Boy.
you've done some good damage on it, all things considered. All right, so that is.
Or not me specifically.
Yeah, no, not Mono Anui personally. All right.
General.
Speaking of other people who have not personally done much damage yet, Mono Anui, or Aglupu, I mean, Junior, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna try to hit him. Ever, come up. All right, 23.
It's a miss.
Another 23.
And you are continuing to roll really badly.
Baby,
Man.
use the dice.
So,
Use the physical dice.
nothing.
A tale as old as time.
All right, Agalupu, you continue to try and wail away at it, but this thing, its armor is so thick that it just like seems to shrug off the majority of your attacks almost effortlessly. Yeah, Sag. All right, Ip.
Sag in. All right, I'm gonna take 3 shots with crossbow.
Yeah, luckily, I think it's still in our first range increment.
Mine's 180, so
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah, we have good range on these crossbows for sure.
Does a 25 hit?
That does indeed hit.
Thank you.
All right, 14 damage.
Noise.
My other 2 missed. Abysmal.
Sag. I almost hit increase on itself. That would have been mean. All right. Yeah, you get some damage in there for sure, and that's your. I think that's your first time firing the crossbow, so you still have 2 arrows in the clip.
Yes.
Burn Bright already fired 2, so he has 3 left in his clip. And he can't overload Gur again for a minute, so he's just gonna finish out that clip here with 3 attacks. That is a 17, a 25, and a 13, so only one of those hits. But for 16 damage, I'll take it. Okay.
Let's go. We're down to 2/3.
So that is the end of this round. So next round, the bullet is going to what is grapple? Is that athletics?
Gonna make peace with all of us and decide that it will willingly go into that good sleep.
You wish. Grapple is athletics. That's what I thought. All right, so he is going to make an athletics check.
I think you should go gently with that. Good night.
Oh, he has a plus 21 to athletics, so I don't think he's convinced. Now he's a -4 to crafting, so you know if you ever have to like challenge him to like a pipe bomb making contest, I think you'll have the advantage there.
Hey, look. Can I use diplomacy to reason with him?
All right, he gets a 38.
Oh, good lord! What do I have to? Do I get a roll, or is that just like a?
What was that against? Against your target's fortitude DC. That is going to be 10 plus your fortitude bonus, which I doubt is 38.
It's actually 48. No, it is not.
All right, so it luckily for you actually isn't trying to grapple you. It's trying to break out of these ropes, which it does. It kind of like pulls its claws to its chest and then just like shreds the ropes off of its body. And it is going to then use its remaining 2 actions, now unencumbered, to make giant leaps off to the south. So, are you going to try and stay on Mono Anui?
The alternative would be to like fall like 20 feet, right?
10 feet.
I
I mean, unless you decide to fall off at like the apex of its jump, then it could be 20, 30 feet easily.
I am. Oh gosh, this feels like a horrible decision.
All right, to give you an idea, it is about to jump 80 feet to the south.
Oh, I'm
with
gonna
one
jump
action.
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna fuck that son of a gun.
All right. So yeah, with its remaining 2 actions, it's easily off the map.
Yeah, so back to the drawing board, I guess.
I think we need to try the poison.
Wait, it's like, wounded, right? We could like track it and like follow it and I don't know, maybe try to ambush it again. Like, how far can he really go? He seemed pretty hurt, honestly.
I think he could get pretty far based on how far he just got.
Yeah, but he headed toward the ocean. Like, he can't go any further than that, and we can fly. Like, not just jump, we can fly. There's no way he gets away from us.
And then what do we do when we catch him?
We beat his ass again, I guess.
Alright, and this time, Akalupu here will step his butt up.
That's what the fates decide.
Akalupa's so angry. He's like punching mud right now.
God dang it!
Akalupu has not left raging because he is now his own enemy.
Oh, poor Junior. It's so true. All right, so are you gonna spring into action? You and Burnbright gonna start flying and tell the others that we'll scout it out, head south, and we'll relay instructions?
I mean, the only person who did any damage, they could just do it themselves.
Is Manawanui light enough that I could carry?
Oh, that's a good point. Because I think, actually, you could carry both of them. And then Gur and Reginald don't weigh much. So as long as you're in horse form, I think you could do that.
Let's go. Put the team on my back. Literally.
I was gonna say,
Well, half the team.
more ways than one.
Hey, sometimes that's just the way the dice rumble. That's how the phrase goes, right?
More or less.
And like I said, I literally had this experience like 2 weeks ago when I was playing D&D with my other group, where I didn't roll above a 10 the entire evening. And unlike our group, where we do a lot of RP, where like there could be games where you roll maybe like twice, this is a group where we do combat. So that's a lot of rolls.
So it just feels like you're sitting there rolling fails.
I was just like, I'm a warlock. I just keep Eldritch blasting. It works if it works. It doesn't if it doesn't.
So I just started blasting them.
Pretty much. I was like, my barbarian in the front line has this.
Junior.
All right. So you guys hop on and start flying, and indeed, from your aerial view, you find that it's not terribly difficult to track it, even though it is bounding. Like, it's using they use these canyons and stuff for a reason. The pterodactyls, which, believe it or not, are actually adult black dragons because someone is crazy, would have no problem killing this thing. I'm not saying it was the previous GM or anything who's crazy, but I'm not saying that. Anyway,
Pterodactyl.
yeah, it'd be totally fine.
Hey, the picture is a pterodactyl, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But yeah, so they use these canyons and also the forests for cover for a reason. So it's you can like, while it first starts running away and it's going very quickly and without any caution, you're able to notice a tree fall over here or whatnot. It's fairly easy to track, but as it goes on, it seems to slow down and be more considered. So we are going to need survival rolls from Burnbright and I guess everyone, since everyone's there. So yeah, let's get survival rolls from everyone to try and track this creature. That was a 1 from Burn Bright, so he's not any help.
Let's see.
Even with his plus 9 in
22.
survival. All right, that's better.
He must be the one who's carrying Akalupu.
24. Yeah.
18.
All right. So yeah, Akalupu and Burn Bright not being very helpful here. Burn Bright's just like huffing and puffing, and Akalupu is still like trying to refrain from punching himself, I think.
Yes.
Or Burn Bright. Either would be bad. You know, if you're like the scorpion on the turtle, you know, you really want to punch something, but you know if you start punching, you're both going down.
Yes.
Meanwhile, much more productive team with Mono Inui and Ipoipip, you guys are able to track the creature, and you see it stop off deeper into the jungle. So you guys,
Power cord still plugged in. This thing's power cord still plugged in over there.
you guys set yourself up on a ridge over looking where the thing has landed, and you can see the bullet down below you has kind of like made itself a small nest out of some mulched up foliage that it's kind of like torn out of the bushes around it, and it seems to be trying to sleep off its wounds currently.
Well, we could just have the Boy Pip and Burn Bright. Because how many shots do each crossbow have?
5.
5 shots?
Yes, there are
So if we
5
just, like-
arrows in each clip.
We just like unload on them.
You can take
Right.
3 shots per turn because you have 3 actions.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see.
So first of all, on the way over here, I casted Forbidding Ward on Mono Inui. So
Sorry.
you get +1 AC against the bullet.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
And Mono Inui, you
Sure.
would have had a 15-minute rest, so you can set your stamina points back to full.
Oh,
And it's for 1 minute. So that's how long?
6 rounds?
Yes, that would be
That's
6 rounds.
10 seconds, right. Okay.
And I would assume you actually cast that, like, right before combat.
Yeah, like once we got here.
Okay.
I'll also cast Shield Other on Mono Inui.
I definitely appreciate it. On behalf of Mono Inuis everywhere. We thank
And so that one lasts 10 minutes. And I gotta stay close to you. But as long as you do, we split damage.
Oh, sweet.
Only when you take damage. When I take damage, I take full damage. When you take damage, I take half.
All right. Here's my thought. We attack it simultaneously. You two from the ridge here. Gur and Akalupu can come and probably attack it from this side. And then I will be over
How close do you have to be to get the shield other to work?
Yes, that is a good question.
30 feet.
Okay, I will not be over there. I will be right here. And I will...
In the middle of the field, shouldn't you hide? Because you're the one that it wants.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. It likes me. What can I say? I'll just continue. Well... Oh,
I appreciate you wanting to offer yourself up as bait, but...
Oh, sick. Alright, Penumbral Shroud. Would that shroud me, or would that be something I'd cast on the target?
Why are you asking me like I've memorized every single spell?
I mean,
You know, electric Kentucky Fried Chicken shooter. That like greases me and the target, right?
well, let me.
All right, let's see. You envelop the target. The target is one creature, so you can target one creature, and that one creature is enveloped by the shroud.
Okay, so my question is no. So my question is, will it hide? Is this something I cast on myself to hide myself, or is this something I cast on the target?
That is something you cast on the target, because the target perceives light as one step lower than it actually is. So,
okay, so it's only
basically,
its
it will
perception?
see bright light as low light.
But considering that it can see in
Yeah, I was
all
about
light.
to say, you will remember
Well, I was
Burn
gonna
Bright
say-
told you it can see in darkness.
If it made me appear darker, then I would have done that one.
But
Yeah,
it
it
can
also-
still see you.
Yeah, but it doesn't, unfortunately. All right, I will stay. I will hide in the bushes. Over here.
Nice.
Let me see. This
You
is
gotta gotta do my favorite D&D combo where you're a warlock, then you get devil vision so you can see through even magical darkness, and then you just get darkness so that you cast darkness on yourself. You're in a cloud of darkness, everyone gets disadvantage to hit you, and you get an advantage to hit them, and you just shoot them from inside the darkness.
That is low-key really smart.
The only downside is like if the rest of your party can't, you know, see in the darkness, you kind of have to be off on your own for that to work without you hampering the rest of your party.
All right, so I am from here. That's still like 30 feet. All right, I'm gonna go hide in, whoops, this bush. No, come on, this bush.
Remember, it can smell you 30 feet away.
Oh, 30 feet. That's right. Well, that sucks. 'Cause that's not range. Or no, that's 120 feet.
It's definitely not 120 feet.
No. Something else is 120 feet. Something I have. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hide over here. Well, what if it's drawn to the fire?
If you attack it will know where you are.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna chill in this bush.
just backs away slowly into bush.
Yep, Simpson style.
Yes.
All right, Akalupu, where are you gonna be? You gonna stand in the back and just like punch a tree because you're mad?
Oh, no. Can I just put myself next to Gur since Gur's already down here?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are gonna have to roll stealth checks to actually be in that position. But yes.
I am also, before we start combat, I'm going to cast False Life on myself.
Smart. Alright, go ahead and do that. Gur and Akalupu, stealth checks to see whether or not you get there without waking it up. I do not have high hopes. I don't think Gur... Gur has great stealth, plus 11. Wow.
Okay.
Gur's a little robot ninja.
Right?
Akalupu is not.
Gur got a 13.
Oh no.
Wow. I mean, Akalupu actually beat him. Akalupu got a 14.
All right. So you guys almost make it there without waking him up. And then Gur looks up at you and says something wildly inappropriate. And Akalupu can't not laugh.
Nice.
And yeah,
I
we're
bet you
gonna
the
roll for
bullet floats
initiative.
by holding in all of its farts.
There you go. That's perfect. You know, I bet I know how the bullet floats. It probably holds in all of its farts. We just need to light it with a fire. It'll explode. I don't know. Anyway, he's like, maybe if we stab it, it'll like fart like a balloon deflating. All right. I have now made it worse. It was better when Jason did it. All right, we are going to roll for initiative once again. Is anyone using anything other than perception?
I'm using survival.
All right, survival it is.
Because that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Survive.
Always what I want.
Yup.
Mono Anui's number one goal in life.
All right. Unfortunately, the bullet rolled higher than everyone else, and it does not have a. You guys do not get a surprise round because stealth was not successful. So,
I'm going to burrow into the tree. No, I'm just kidding.
The bullet is going to make some attacks. So let's start off with a couple of jaw attacks. It's gonna start with Grr. Bite at him, 36. Ooch. Is that a... Yep, that's a crit. 46 damage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, amazingly, Grr is still alive, but barely.
God. Bless him.
Gur's got a big mouth-shaped dent in his whole body.
Pretty much. Yeah, Grr is like barely hanging on. Grr has 55 hit points, so he has a grand total of 9 now. 19, I believe, does miss Akalupu, though.
It does.
So he misses that shot. So let's get that 46 damage on poor Grr.
How does that feel?
Why are you being so mean to Grr? Oh, him missing.
LOL.
And then it's going to, it definitely spots you got the two unicorns up on the ridge. So it is going to make a big ol' leap. And
Yay.
as it flies over, it is going to take a swipe at it.
Yay.
So, let's get a claw attack. Does a 31 hit Ip?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a crit.
Oof.
Oh wait, no, it's not. 'Cause of reasons, right?
Ties. Well, I don't know, because ties normally would be a hit. It needs to be 10 higher. It is 10 higher, so I think that's a crit. Unless you have something that
But-
gives you an extra like point of defense.
Let's pretend for a second that
Does our yoga do anything?
Do you have a hero point left?
I
'Cause
do
you
have a hero
gave-
point left.
All right, because you gave the intro, so you have an extra for this game. I will say that you can turn in your hero point to win ties. And so by that logic, it becomes not a crit, but still a hit.
It looks like I have to do that. I thought maybe I had a +1 AC, but I used that on Mono Anui.
Oh,
That's what
so
you get for
sorry.
helping people.
I
I
know,
don't-
brutal.
I don't know if it's it.
No
Okay,
good
so yeah, I will
deed.
use my remaining hero point to break the tie so that I do not take critical damage.
Yeah, you saw what happened to Gur. Not fun. And that was not even max damage. It could have been worse.
Oh
All
my,
right.
oh my goodness.
Well, luckily for
yeah.
you, it actually rolls horribly. On 2d8 plus 10, it got 13 damage.
Woo!
Nice, but that means I saved 13 damage.
Yep. Yeah, because on a crit, it would have been double that, so could have been much worse. And that is its turn. So, Junior, you are up.
Junior, come back!
Junior's gonna spend all of his turns to freaking move back up where it is. Alright. Because that's.
You've got a 10-foot reach on your weapon, so you could actually hit it from below. So what's your movement speed? 25?
It's 25.
No, it's 35 actually.
Oh.
Speed, climb, swim. I think, didn't we take a feat that made you faster?
Yeah, when I'm raging.
Yeah. All right, so you can actually, with one action, get over there and start hitting him, because it's not a tall cliff. It's like, you can see this little, like, walkway up right here, and this little ramp. It's not very high. So with with the reach on your giant wahuatl, you can definitely hit him.
Cool. I mean, I can attempt to hit
That's
him.
true. You can attempt to hit him.
You should look at this.
Alright, 27
That's a hit.
and 18.
Probably not a hit, but I appreciate that.
The thing on your weapon just makes it do more damage, not more likely to hit, right? With additional attacks? Okay, yeah, so just one hit.
Alright.
And remember, you have to roll the bleed separately, because for whatever reason, Hero Lab doesn't actually roll it.
So 27 damage.
Oh my god!
Alakalupu hits hard when he hits things.
When he doesn't hit the ground. Good lord.
And then 3 bleed.
Alright, and then remind me on his turn, because I am prone to forgetting, to give him that 3 damage. And he also takes it immediately, so give him that.
And it doesn't
extra
matter
3.
that 4 of that damage is like ice damage.
No,
Right?
no, this guy is not resistant to ice damage, so you're fine there.
Cool. Well, I was hoping maybe like freeze and slow him down. Yeah.
No, unfortunately, you don't get like an ice buildup that eventually causes him to freeze completely after taking, 50 ice damage or anything quite that fancy.
Cool.
All right, Junior, you have redeemed yourself to some extent. You did a chunk of damage there for sure.
I finally hit him.
All right, Ip, it is your turn.
Please kill the bad man.
Yeah, he can smell you now for sure, Mono
I
Infinity.
know! Dude, you should look at the Discord. Which time?
I'm not sure that.
And all this time, finding the perfect scene or reaction to that.
I feel like I've got to have a spell for this situation.
That's great. That's great.
Huh.
You want to hold your turn while someone else goes?
Yeah, I'll defer for right now.
All right. Burn Bright is gonna, and at this point, you guys would have reloaded your crossbows, of course, while you were flying and tracking and all that. So He's gonna take some shots. So he's got to spend 1 action to set up his tower shield. And then 2 actions, take shots. That is 1 hit for just a piddling 5 damage. That's the problem with the crossbows. All of their damage is tied up in the actual dice roll, so sometimes it's great, and sometimes you do 5 damage.
Yeah, it can be brutal.
So he manages to get a hit that kind of wedges itself a little bit between some chinks in his armor, but not doing too much. That is Burn Bright's turn. And Ip, call out whenever you're ready to go, but otherwise, Mono Anui.
Alright, so you said it definitely smells Mono Anui, correct?
You don't know.
Well,
Mono Anui has no clue.
Mono Anui is going to assume that Mono Anui is smelt. And Mono Anui is going to cast what Mono Anui always casts in these situations.
Ray of Frost.
100%. Alright, so does a 26 hit?
It does indeed.
Woo, that's not a crit or anything.
Not even close.
That's alright, 12 damage. And it has a negative 10 status pen to speed for 1 round. Oh no, JK, crit only.
Alright. You have
So it
1
does not-
action left then.
I'm gonna borrow. No, just kidding. You know what? You go big or you go home, said the man who died.
You try and climb on top of him again. It worked so well last time.
I mean, I didn't die. Ooh, to try and climb on him or try and slash him with my nails. I'm gonna try and climb on him. We're gonna do that.
Alright, that's gonna be acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Alright. Where's my
What is it that
acrobatics?
we get an extra bonus for doing yoga?
Good question. Was that athletics or acrobatics? And also, it should have been athletics, not acrobatics. I said the wrong thing. Let me check real quick on the Kapu. You get a +1 to athletics. Has Mono Anui been following the traditions?
Of course. Mono Nui has been following the traditions. Mono Nui has so much extra time in the morning anyway.
It's true. All right, you get a +1 to your athletics.
Alright, it's a 24 then.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see what.
Come on.
24, you say?
24.
All right. You're able to climb a little ways up. Definitely not able to get on top of it, but you're like shoulder height.
I'll take it. It's not my height, I don't think. Mark is actually not sure what my height is for these guys.
We'll see. All right, Ip, are you ready?
I am ready. If you can help me, what does concealed do?
Concealed means that you are not detected, so it would have to detect you in order to actually target you. It does not necessarily mean that it doesn't know that you are there, though. Concealed can still mean that like it's aware that let's say that you like ducked behind a chest high fence, right? It knows you're there, but it can't see you. That would be concealed.
Gotcha. And right now, Mono Anui is currently climbing the creature.
Yes. So it can see Mono Anui.
Okay, I'm gonna fire a bolt. Nat 20, baby.
Nice. All right, let's get that crit damage.
Okay, what is the actual roll? I'm not even in. It's just. This is what happens when you roll physical dice, by the way, Anna. Sometimes you get
Good.
20s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen to the man.
Listen to the
I don't know how to
man.
roll it.
What?
I don't have anywhere to roll
What if
it.
you don't have anything to roll?
I'm like, baby, I bought you like a nice
I don't have
surprise.
it anywhere.
What are you talking about?
20 damage.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, it takes 20 damage as you sink a bolt in between two chinks in its armor, and it digs in deep. The thing lets out a bellow of pain. It's a voice rattling the ground around you. It's like Monster Hunter style. Like everyone gets staggered for a second while it's yelling.
Nice.
And then I'm going to cast Searing Light. Make a ranged spell attack. Does this have a modifier? Does it take the modifier penalty based on my physical attack?
Yes, it will be, or no. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it does.
Nice.
So
Okay,
just
this
a
works out
full
perfectly.
plus 11.
20 is not enough.
No, unfortunately, that misses. You try to sear the light into its eyeballs, but you miss and you just kind of like blind yourself a little bit as it reflects off of his bald head.
Sad.
Very
Flying
sad.
Mono instead.
Alright. So, Mono Inui, you are currently climbing this guy. So this time he is going to make a grapple check to try and get a hold of you.
But he shouldn't, though. I'm his friend. I'm just trying to help him.
I mean, it could just try to bite you.
No,
We'll do
No,
that.
I
It's
think
just
we'll-
gonna bite you.
But I'm his
It's gonna
friend.
try to turn its head around. I'm gonna give it a -4. I'm feeling generous. To trying to bite you as it has to like twist its head around at an awkward angle. Does a 23 hit?
that
Sounds like it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
All right. So even with the 20.
20.
Wow.
Don't wow.
Don't wow that. I'm drained one, okay? I'm a drained man.
You shouldn't be drained anymore. You
I
were
shouldn't-
drained while you
Oh.
were sustaining the heart, but you stopped sustaining the
Oh.
heart, so you're no longer drained from that.
Let me
take that off.
It was only a
And then
-1,
you-
so that's still gonna hit.
Or maybe.
No, that definitely still hits. So, 21 points of damage as he bites you.
So when we're
Mono Inui
doing that,
takes 11 and I take 10.
However
And
you want to
remember, Mono
divide
Inui
it.
has +2 to AC from me.
oh, I did not add that.
Well,
So then
24 still hits.
23 would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
All right, and you can
Okay.
decide who gets that extra 1 point of damage. Whether
I'll
you
take
want to
the
take
11.
it. All right, 11 points of damage to Akalupu, and 10 to Mono Inui.
To Ip. Not Akalup.
Oh, sorry. Yes, correct. And then he is going to, now that he has you in his jaws, he's going to try and slam you into the ground. I mean, at least he's not just like chomping on you. Could be worse.
But like, does he get any emotional damage because he's doing this to his near and dear friend? They went through so much together.
There you
I
go.
climbed on his back. He got away.
Um,
Basically,
So the bonus 2 AC, how long does that last?
Oh, let me make sure that that's right. Nope, that's the wrong spell. Nope, that's the wrong spell. What did I cast? It was... Oh no, it's a +1. It's if it's heightened, it was +2. That I got confused.
Okay.
That's for one. That was the one that I cast right before, and it lasts 1 minute.
Okay, so he still
as
has
long
that.
as he's within 30.
Okay. Well, that's lucky for him, because that is going to cause him to take half damage from being slammed into the ground. Because he did not roll great. He got exactly he exactly matched the AC. Or no, he got 20. +1 means that he saved. So that is going to be half damage. If he had then it would have been full damage. So he gets slammed into the ground for... Let's see, 9 damage. So you guys can split that 4 and 5, however you'd like to.
I'll take 5.
I'll take 4 then.
And Agalupu, you are now over here on the ground.
All right, Akalupu. Finish him out.
And then he jumps away again. Oop.
No!
You just be glad he already used his 2 attacks so he doesn't claw swipe anyone on his way out, because he could have otherwise.
You know, this is a new thing for me, but I still am only into my stamina. I mean, entirely due to Equipet. But strange new
You are welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
New lease of life.
So the thing is once again speeding away. I imagine you mount up and head off so that you don't lose him.
Oh, quick question. Did it take its 3 damage of bleed?
It did not. Thank
wow.
you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
But he
Party.
does seem very hurt. He is bloodied, so that means he is under half hit points.
Let's get him. Let's get him.
There's a glint in all of our eyes.
Indeed.
The bloodlust engulfs us as we ride on.
Okay, so you guys mount up once again, take off. Everyone gets a 15-minute rest, so go ahead and restore your your stamina points.
By how much?
To full. You spend 1 resolve point, and so 15-minute rest and 1 resolve point, and you get to reset your stamina points to full.
Oh, let's go.
And remember to be spending those resolve points. Akalupu, I think you're still in Rhombus health.
Pretty sure.
So you don't even need to spend any. Burn Bright I don't think has been hit yet, yeah. So I think it's just Ip and Manawa Nui. And Manawa Nui, you would have spent resolve points last round as well. So yeah, you're already down to 2. So you are on top of it.
That worked out well for me. I was down to 1 stamina point left, so we mitigated that damage perfectly.
Nice.
Efficiently.
Yeah. In some ways, this guy's helping you out. Now it is eating through your day to have these like rests. So basically, you have to like track him for a while, wait till he kind of settles down. You know, take a break while someone keeps an eye on him. Then that person like swap out who's keeping an eye on him. Get another 15 minutes. So it is slowing you down, but you're able to keep up with him while still getting your 15-minute breaks in.
Yeah.
Or I guess actually, since last time it was only Ip and Manawa Nui, you just needed the 15 minutes and Burn Bright could keep an eye on him. From the air. So, you guys, I am going to need some more survival checks. See if you guys can track him.
All right.
I can't.
Oh no.
That's all I'll say.
All right. Well, this time Burn Bright's paying more attention. He got a 20.
25.
25.
Noise.
You must have
Not
switched
gonna
to
lie.
sparing Akaluku.
Ever since
I was level 2, I was like, I should probably put more revival and crafting. So those kind of seem like important traits.
Indeed. All right. So 18 to 25. Yeah. Between all of you, you guys are definitely able to keep track of him once again. And so you track him as he is headed toward the coast all the way until you find him on the coast by some old shipwrecks. Really no good areas to try and sneak up on him, so he's pretty much going to know you're here. Where would you want to be? Along the edge of the map.
You said he's going to notice either way?
What was that?
You said he's going to notice?
Yes. So basically in this one, you're deciding how close you want to be to him, but regardless, it's going to start out with him knowing you're there.
My thought, and we don't have to go with it, but that we have Gur and, well, maybe not Gur, because Gur's kind of low on health, but Akaluku.
You guys
Here.
need to be as a group.
I could be somewhere up here. Well, I don't know. I feel like I should be next to Akaluku since he's just going to gun for me. You know? So I feel like Akaluku and I should be together. And then Ethiopia and, I'm sorry, Epoipip and Burn Bright could be like more down here. Unless that, I don't think that it's still active, but that, we can't activate that.
No, unless
I have a different one though.
Yeah, and you can use your
I can't
talisman.
use Shield Other again, but I am going to use Life Connection.
Well, you can use Shield Other because you have your talisman.
I can, but I'm going to use Life Connection, which means when you take damage for the first time, as long as I'm within 1 mile, I'll take all of it. But it's just the first hit.
One hit's all I need.
You're One Punch Man now?
Yes.
So that's the buff you get from me this fight.
Alright, so in that case, as long as Epoipip and Burn Bright stay within range of their crossbows, I think Akaluku and I can bog him down long enough to finish him off.
Alright, so are you planning to start close to him, far away from him? Kind of, you have to be somewhat grouped together. You can't just be like on opposite sides of the map, but go ahead and place yourself where you want to be.
Yeah.
I feel like by this rock makes a lot of sense.
I was thinking that Akaluku and I could start out over here.
Agalupu probably wants a straight shot at the bullet so that he can sudden charge it, so probably like here-ish.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will join you. Reginald is with you. And we are going to roll for initiative. So, guys can't use stealth because you've been spotted. Survival doesn't really work either in this case, so I think it's just straight perceptions for everyone.
Sweet.
So, let us begin. Alright, bullet is first again. So it is going to jump over here, crunching onto those rocks. And it sees you, it's drooling, it's like, it's hurt, it's tired, it's mad, and it's hungry. So it is going to jump over there. Now I think, does it get to do its special attack when it lands, or does it have to be when it goes over things? Let's see. Jump or long jump. If it is adjacent to an enemy at the apex of its high jump or at the end of its long jump. Okay, so it can do a claw strike. It's 2 actions, so it doesn't get to attack you particularly extra times, but does get to jump over and slash at you with a claw. So, does a 31 hit you?
It actually does not.
I think it is also a crit. It is in fact a crit. I hope you are ready, Ip.
This is why I did this. We're good.
Indeed. 26 damage. You got lucky. That was a pretty low damage crit.
All right, there's your free hit, Mano Anui.
I appreciate you.
And I guess it is its turn, so technically I'm gonna give it its bleed damage. While I'm remembering. Because it's still bleeding. I mean, technically it shouldn't be, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway, because I'm nice. And now, with its final action, it is going to take a chomp at Mono Anui. Does a 30... No. Oh, wait, that's his first attack slot. Never mind. Second attack slot. 29. Still a hit, not a crit, thankfully. In its first attack slot, which it used up with its claw, so that one doesn't count. That's why I didn't use it. But it got a 39.
Oof.
Alright, so that is going to be 24 points of damage.
I definitely maneuver out of the way.
And directly into its bite. You avoid its gaze by jumping into its mouth.
You said 24?
Yes, 24 points of damage. So not in stamina points any longer.
No, sorry, Bob.
Oh man, it's so funny that you used your hero point and still ended up as its favored prey.
It's just typical Mono Anui shenanigans.
Yeah. Conveniently, Akalupu, it is now come to you.
Come on, Akalupu. Oh, it gets blood. Oh, hold on. It takes damage because I have blood vendetta.
Okay.
It doesn't take much damage. It takes 2d6 piercing. Can I not just roll that? Excuse me. 2 per F? What does that mean per F?
Is that one of your...
Okay, so I think it has to...
Yeah, where is your blood vendetta? Is that a spell?
It is. It's right above...
Yeah, spell, reaction. Requirements that it can bleed. You curse the target, punishing it for the audacity to spill your blood. It takes 2d6 persistent bleed damage and must attempt a will save. Will save is DC 21. Let's see. Will save. It succeeds with a 30, so it does not critically succeed, at least. Just barely.
So then that, if it's just on a success, it takes half persistent bleed.
Okay, so it's going to take 1d6 persistent bleed.
So that was my question. Is that... Okay, so it says the target takes 2d6 bleed damage and must attempt a will save. So is that for the persistent?
No, because the will save clearly references the bleeding damage.
Okay. Well, I guess my question is because it says it takes 2d6 and does this.
Yes, so it made the will save. It succeeded, so now it takes half.
Does that include for the first turn as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it takes 2d6 persistent bleed damage, so having the persistent bleed damage would be 1d6.
Oh. That makes sense. Hey, it makes my job easier. I don't have to type it into Roll20 can just roll 5.
Nice.
It's just getting bled out from all sides.
Good for you.
Very good for Mono and Nui.
You'd think it was a pirate captain.
Well, wannabe pirate captain.
Yeah.
All right, so how much persistent bleed damage is it taking?
Oh, 5. I'm sorry. I thought you heard.
It's +5. So that is up to 8 persistent bleed damage, and it does take the 5 points on this round as well. All right, now Akalupu. Get some more bleed on there.
Get him.
And I'm going to assume that you had like the chance to rage as you were running up the beach at it, so you can start out raged.
Awesome. All right, 28,
That'll hit.
27,
That's a hit.
9.
Sadly, not a hit.
All right, so that is 25 damage, 18 damage.
All right, so that's 43.
Yeah.
3 damage. It is hurting. And then
And then-
4 extra bleed damage. So it is now up to 12 persistent bleed, which is not insignificant. Takes that extra 4 damage now as well. Yeah, it is not in good shape at this point. That is Junior's turn. Ip.
Ip's turn to attack. 26.
That'll hit.
11 damage.
Nice.
Do I trust the dice, or do I protect Mono Anui in case of emergency? I think this statistically is better, so I am going to not try and finish him off because I don't think I'll be able to hit him again. And I'm going to cast Spell Reach, and then that increases my next spell by 30 feet, so my Lay on Hands becomes a 30-foot spell instead of touch.
Nice.
And I will heal Mono Anui for 6 hit points, and they get a +2 bonus to AC for 1 round.
Plus 6, you said?
+6. And this time it is +2 AC. So that's my turn.
All right. Not bad. Anawanui.
All right. Mono Anui knows that her days are not long, and so she needs.
I mean, it's barely done any real damage. Like, most of what it's done so far, you're able to shrug off with like a 15-minute power nap.
Seeing it up this close, Mono Anui has had.
You gonna climb it again? Climb on top of it and then stab it in the brainstem with your nails?
That would be kind of sick. And now that you say it, I kind of want to do it because it's kind of more fun than just casting Ray of Frost again.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Huh?
I was chanting to it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do it. I am going to try and jump up onto its back near where the base of the skull is.
All right. let's get an athletics check, which you do get that +1 from your stretches.
For yoga. Alright, 12. That's a 13. It's just 20. Not as good as it could have been.
That's not bad, though. All right, so you get a decent ways up. You're going to need another athletics check to try and get up where you can stab it in the brainstem, though.
We're gonna do it. Let's see. +7. Actually, +8. So 23.
All right, so you are now climbed up on top of it and are poised right in the gap between its back plate and the plate of armor on its face.
Going to attack with my nail.
You can see its leathery, much more susceptible skin there between the plates of armor.
Alright. $24.
That'll hit.
Alrighty, and then damage is 5.
And what does the giant scorpion venom do?
Let me tell you, the giant scorpion venom. Giant scorpion venom is excruciating and its effects are somewhat debilitating. Oh, here we go. Saving throw 22 DC Fortitude, max duration 6 rounds, stage 1, 1d10, and it's enfeebled. Stage 2, 2d10.
All right, well, it got a 38.
Yeah.
It has a +20 to its fort. So
I had a feeling that the venom wasn't gonna.
So it doesn't do any damage if it succeeds? I guess technically it critically succeeded.
Let's see, saving throw. It doesn't say like, it doesn't have like a success, critical success, failure, critical failure. It just says saving throw, DC 22 Fortitude.
Okay. So I guess that means it just like doesn't take any extra damage. But you still stabbed it in the back of the neck with your nails. And it does not seem happy. It starts bellowing and bucking, but you're now like in a gap between its back and the plate on its head where like all it can do is throw its head back, but that just then puts you in like a protective little enclave where nothing can hurt you.
I'll take it.
So unless it can get you out of there, you're in a pretty good spot. All right, Burn Bright is gonna take his turn. And take some shots with the crossbow. Shots. Alright, he does hit one. Only for 9 damage, though. Every little bit helps. And then Gurr is already in range, so he's gonna take a couple attacks. Gotta headbutt it, despite being barely functional, and yeah, unsurprisingly, considering he is barely functional, misses both attacks. So that brings us to the next round. It is now the bullet's turn. The bullet, like I said, yelling, throwing its head back, trying to get Mono Anui unseated very unsuccessfully, and he goes bounding off down the beach with Mono Anui in tow. Like, you couldn't get out of there if you wanted to.
Well.
So, I assume you guys give chase. It doesn't have far to go. You can see beach ends before very long.
I think it's time to give up the chase.
Fair enough.
Whoa.
Mono Anui's got this. He'll be fine. Or,
I'll just
I can just
pray
keep
to the
pouring
Great
at it.
Mother for Mono Anui's safety.
Yeah. Now we'll
Time
find
to go back home.
we'll find another bullet. You know, the next one we'll set up like a log trap that'll like spear it when it tries to eat the meat or something. Like, we can do better.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, cool. Well, that's it for tonight then, guys. All right. Jokes aside, I assume you're giving chase.
Yes, we're going after it. We must save our dear Manawanui.
All right. So you indeed now
Who's definitely
have
not evil.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, like, you know, lawful good, if anything.
Waffle, good, Manawanui.
All right, so you guys go running after it on the beach. It's definitely not nearly as fast as it was before. This thing is hurting. It's bleeding out of every orifice. It has, you know, a little, trying to think of a nice way to say it. A parasite lodged in its neck.
That sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, in general, not having a good day. But it is run out of runway, and you guys have it cornered. So we're gonna get one last round of initiative rolls. Let's see if someone can actually roll higher than the bullet for once. Oh, look at that, Arkalupu. You are first.
Oh, kill it.
See, I think I'm close enough. It's best to just like walk up to it.
I think it's the same either way, because it's 2 actions to charge and attack, or it's 1 action to walk up, 1 action to attack. So either way, it takes 2 actions.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, with charging, I basically get to move like twice the speed. So
Yeah.
like, since
Normally, it helps.
yeah.
In this instance,
so
it's
one
just the
action to
same.
move. Then 19 and a 26.
Nice. All right. Akalupu, give me a I don't know. Give me an attack roll.
Like,
Or Manoanui. Sorry, wrong person. Manoanui, give me an attack roll.
Like just for the
Just
nails?
like a
or
me.
like
Yeah, do the nails.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna see
The
how
nail.
distracting you are. Maybe make that 19 hit if you're distracting
26.
enough while you're stabbing it in the neck.
So I got a 26.
All right. I'll say that that's distracting enough. So 2 hits.
yay! Woo! All right, 22 and 27.
All right. So
49.
49.
And then another 2. And a 1. 3 bleed damage.
All right. So you hit it. It's almost dead, and its turn is next. It's taking like how much bleed damage? 15 now per turn. And yeah, it turns around, raises a claw like it's gonna swipe at you, and then just slumps to the ground, lifeless. Yeah. Now that's the session for today. So thank you,
What
everyone.
a formidable foe.
Indeed. Thanks everyone for joining me.
And says, "Woohoo! Who's up for round 2?"
Yeah. And now we're gonna have to see if what happens in like a month when we play again. But hey, you get to go out on a high note. You have absolutely decimated this monster that is like 20 times your size. And
Let's go.
only almost died a couple times.
We used ingenuity and wit and persistence and
And a very
not
big
very
stick.
much luck.
True. I mean, you got some luck in that several of his attacks were really low rolls.
True.
Like, it could have been worse.
Yeah, I think we navigated that fight pretty well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's wrap up as always. And what did Junior learn?
Junior learned that despite he thinks apparently some things think Monowanui smells good.
Fair enough. And that if you swing a big stick enough times, eventually you'll hit something.
Yes. But I mean, Apples already kind of knew that.
True. That's true.
Yeah, Junior is aware of that.
Yeah, he's had plenty of experience.
Yes.
All right. And let's see. What did... I'm trying to remember. Who was on first? Was it Abe or Jason?
It was Abe.
All right. Then what did Monowanui learn?
Monowanui learns sometimes you just have to ride the dragon of life.
Yeah, I mean, luckily this time it worked, especially since it was a short chase. I very much, you are very glad you did not ride him the first time. That would not have ended as well.
Considering where I was not quite securely joined, yes.
Yeah, and he was a lot more energetic in his escape that time as well.
He is about to jump 80 feet into the air.
Yup. All right, and last but not least, what has Ip learned?
Ip has learned that he should probably slot those damage spells for some additional buff spells.
Yeah. You've got some decent damage spells, but your crossbow's doing enough damage. You're probably better off relying on that for damage at this point, and yeah, keeping your spells for buffs and heals.
That's what I think.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining me. I hope you all had a great time, and I will see you in the next one.